Hi, lovelies, and welcome back to another unsolicited episode of Perspective Unfiltered. Yeah, I have to take a deep breath because, guys, I had the funniest thing before filming this episode. I had I felt very overwhelmed. I had like a mini breakdown. We're back with another episode again. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the previous one, which was firstborn daughters versus firstborn sons. I hope you guys watched it because if you didn't watch it, then you guys missed. Okay, so you guys should pardon me. I'm not feeling so good recently. My body has been showing that, oh, okay, you are human. I think you should slow down a bit. And I'm like, oh my god, are you serious? So I'm human. I need to slow down a bit and everything. So yeah. And again, the weather has been getting to me. If you guys know, rain has been falling like no, we're about to die. So rain has been falling a lot. And so, you know, I've just been going through it. Yeah. Okay. Literally I don't want to be an oversharer, but yeah, I think I genuinely did not want to film this content today again because I was starting to feel very overwhelmed. But thanks to one special person out there, and the person is listening. I love you, and the person helped, and I was like, okay. Apart from the person helping, I also love you guys. I love you guys so much that I will not forsake you guys, and I'm going to do that content. All right. So yeah, makeup by Mwa. Yeah, I know it. There is no foundation on this makeup. Like, can you guys see it? Yeah, so there's no foundation, just my concealer, my brow gel, and my blush, which I literally used a lipstick for, and then my under eye. If you guys need like a full tutorial, let me know. So okay, how are you guys? How has your week been? How has everything been? I hope it has been giving. I hope it has been being everything it wants to be. Like, I hope it has been given, because mine has. My week has been full of, like, okay, I think I need to sit down to describe this to you guys. So like, my week has been fine, but my week has been stressful because I was sick. Yeah, I don't know, my body decided to, like, okay, you need to slow down, you need to like calm down. Then I just, like, the weather just affected me a lot, and I had to slow down, I had to be calm, and yeah, I was just sick, literally. So yeah, my week has been full of sickness. I've been battling, nasal congestion, and I don't want to use all the words. You all know, I'm not going to use it. Like, if you all don't know what nasal congestion is, then you all should go and search it up, because I'm not going to be spelling it right here, because it's not really anything a big deal. You should be able to get it from the name, nasal congestion. So I've been dealing with, like, it got so bad that I thought I was gonna pass out, like, literally. But alhamdulillah, I am fine and I'm grateful. And I'm here today to video and to script out for you all today again. Yeah, I think that's the details of what happened. Again, I'm trying to look at what's happened again recently. Recently too, I had my webinar. Like, I co-hosted a webinar and it was amazing. It was given. I was so happy, and I was just so excited. I was able to do something like that, and it was really successful. It was called Beyond the Wig and Gown, and it's something that really resonated with me, and really, it's like my vibe. So it was like, I was like, oh my god, yeah. So going back to the movies I've been watching recently. Okay, like, you guys, I have a lot of movies to tell you about. I don't know when last I videoed or when last I did not video. I have a lot of movies to tell you guys about. Because I think I'll be starting from this one on Netflix. I think, is it Love Notes to Isabel? Yeah, like that's one of the cutest romance stories like I've watched in a very long time. Like, I was like, are you serious? Like, when I literally like watched the whole movie, like, I didn't want to watch it. I don't know, I never want to watch the movies I enjoy the most, but when I started, I was like, oh my god, it was the cutest, and the storyline was not one I've ever come across before, either in a book or anything like that. Though I had not come across it, and it was given. The actors were really good too. And yes, I've been watching a lot of superhero movies, especially the DC, not Marvel. I can't wait for Spider-Man to drop though. While I was watching the one on the DC, and that is Justice League. I first started from Man of Steel, then Justice, then I think Batman vs Superman, Dawn of Justice, then Justice League. Then I already watched Justice League earlier, but I didn't know it was connected. I was like, okay, I wanted to watch Man of Steel because I watched Enola Holmes. If for people that got watch Enola Holmes, you all need to go and watch it. So like tried to go and watch Enola Holmes, and I met this guy, and I think this guy is very familiar. I think I've seen him done in as Superman in Justice League that I already watched earlier. But okay, let me watch Man of Steel. And apparently people were watching Man of Steel because Man of Steel was trending too. And yeah, I think I watched it. Then after Man of Steel, then I watched Dawn of Justice, that's Batman vs Superman. And yeah, everything just made sense, and it was given. I love it. And that guy, then though he's married now, I stalked him for a whole night. Like, I genuinely can't believe I did that. So I did, and it's fine. Is it fine? But like, I just did. I stalked him for a whole night, and it was so crazy. And yeah, I did. I just did, and it's fine. I think it's just fine. It's not fine I stalked him, but it's okay that that kind of thing happened. Yeah. And Henry Cavill, right? That's the person. I think you all should go and watch it. I'll be pasting 3 posters here right here. Yeah, I don't know why I literally preach for you to watch movies and everything, but like, anyways, you all know me. I'm a film or series freak. I don't know if I should call myself a freak. Okay, so books. I've just been reading one book as of recent, and I finished reading it. I think it's called The Chestnut Man. It's a serial killer novel. I don't know, you're gonna be like, why are you reading a serial killer novel? Because I love anything psychological thriller. I love serial killers. No, I don't love serial killers, but I love reading. I love anything that deals with psychology. I don't know, it's just me. And I read it, and it was given. I'll recommend. Which book? I think I need to start recommending books, and I should I don't know, maybe my short form visuals, maybe TikTok or Instagram. I should actually like consistently record them to give you guys, you know, book and film inspo, and you know, to watch usually, because guy, I think I have really very good taste. And yeah, I'm trying to look at which movie. I've not watched Blood Sisters. Yeah, so I think that is it. And for my series, I'm still going on strong with Two Broke Girls and Blacklist, which I think will be going on for a while till I finish the semester. And yeah, you guys, so I think this will be my last video in a while, because we're going to write an exam. I'm probably writing exams while this is dropping. Like, I'm literally probably going to write the exams, or I'm almost done, whatever. You guys wish me luck. Because I don't know. Yeah, so I think we are 10 minutes in, and I think okay, or we are almost 10 minutes in. I think we're just going to get straight into today's topic, today's episode. So as you guys can see, self-love is a verb. Self-love is a verb. Yeah, and what is a verb? And when I picked this topic, I was like, wait, I was speaking to my ChatGPT, as obvious. My ChatGPT has a name. It's called Noor. Yeah, I was thinking my ChatGPT, and I was like, Noor, what? A verb is an action and doing what, right? Because like, that was the first thing that always pops up in my head when I think of a verb. And like, they literally put it to us in like primary 2, primary 3, and then I think I remember in primary 3, and this is my teacher was like, don't be using that definition again. It's in like nursery school, or it's in like primary 1, you're like primary 3 right now, and you don't have to use it again. Use something more sophisticated. And I'm like, okay, the first thing that pops in my head when I hear a verb is that verb is an action word or a doing word. And when I say self-love is a verb, it's not just your identity, or it's not just something that is said for saying sake, but it's actually something you practice, and something that it's actually has to actually consciously put effort in. So let's get into it. So I'm going to start this episode usually by saying something very embarrassing, and I hope I don't regret, and I hope nobody ever puts two and two together and be like, okay, it's four. So I remember when I was in secondary school, it's just a backstory, I was never like this. I feel like alhamdulillah, I'm a bit more organized, I'm a bit more composed, I'm a bit more put together, which obviously I think, I don't know, at this stage I don't know but like I was the opposite. Like, I never used to wash my socks. I think I kind of mentioned it in my last episode. I never used to wash my socks. I never did things that I was meant to. I was like let's say the problem child, but like I always also those complaints. Like, it was so bad to the extent that let me tell you guys something quickly. I was in the class and they were looking for a class captain. I think I already mentioned it. And this woman literally did not pick me because even though my handwriting was beautiful, I was rough. So I think plainly and simply I was rough. I didn't really put so much into myself. But can you blame me? I was just a kid. Anyways, so that was how it entered. That was how it started. And I remember I liked this particular guy. So like, let's get to the main story, the main gist. I like this particular guy. We're in the same class, and the girl, he didn't like me back, but the girl we liked was also in my class. So like, can you imagine? But nobody knew. So the thing is that he was sitting behind me, and the girl we liked was sitting in front of me. So I remember during exams, when we were taking attendance, when they passing the attendance round, when he was written his name. When he's written his name, if they're passing from the back, like he's written his name, then he's passing it to me. I remember I wrote my name in the attendance, then I'll put a little heart beside his name, very small, that you can. It's visible, but like you may just like, you may look like a dot. Like, you have to like look very well and be like, oh my god, that's a heart. Like, and you probably say, oh, but you probably put it there. But no, you guys, he didn't put it there. I did, because I liked him that much. Like, can you imagine, like, thinking about it right now, I feel like he was quite cute, but like, it's cringe. But anyways, I did that. Then I passed the attendance forward and blah blah blah. And imagine me writing a very serious exams right now, or God forbid, I'm writing a law course right now before you need course, and somebody's passing attendance to me, and because I kind of like you, I will be so stupid to put a hat behind your name when I'm not even writing my name properly because I'm trying to remember what I want to write in my book. So anyways, though, that's what happened, and I'm like, oh my god. Well, I'm saying this because of, look at how much I crushed on him, and I didn't crush on myself that hard. Like, girl, like, the thing is that I always say, you can't give what you don't have. You can't give sweet if you don't have sweet. So basically, you can't expect love if you don't love yourself. That's what I'm driving to. Yeah, that's why I told you that very embarrassing story, because no matter the amount of crush I had on him, I had not crushed on myself first. Like, let me tell you something. Like, I used to remember one thing, I daydream a lot, and I think that's really common for introverts, right? So when I daydream, even I think it's quite normal, but like, then when I daydream, like my current self, like how I actually was, I did not like it. And in my daydreaming, how I saw myself, I was just seeing girls slaying, not doing everything. Every other girls, all the guys are not come to her, and I'm like, alhamdulillah. Okay, so the thing was like, I didn't even like see myself as somebody worthy at that point that I was daydreaming. Like, I still saw myself as like I was not worthy of being who I wanted to be, like, at that point. And I think that's where we're driving to, not even having self-love at the point where you have not gotten to where you want to be. Of course, you're always striving to be a better person, either we reason the right way or not, but like, when you are even daydreaming about who or how you envision yourself in like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, you should not neglect your present self, and you should feel worthy in your present self. I think that's what we're driving to, right? That time, and I'll be daydreaming, but I'll never like. I'm like I like, you know, I'll be daydreaming for a better me, but the present me, I'll be dismissing her, like, nah, I'm gonna get rid of it. But how are you gonna do that? How is it gonna be possible? How is it going to be possible? How are you gonna do that? Like, how are you gonna get rid of it? Yeah. So like, that was one of the things I always had in my head. Like, I was gonna do that. I was gonna lose the weight. I was gonna look good. I think I'm gonna post it, yo. Have we ever noticed that we say we love ourselves, but we do the complete opposite, right? Do we? Yeah, I feel like most of us do, and I think it's normal. I think it's alright, and I think it's very human. Yeah, I think it's very human, because when you say you want something, or when you say you want to achieve that goal, and you're just saying it for saying sake, girl, nothing is going to happen. I don't need to remain on that place. You need practical steps. You need realistic steps to actually cross to the other side. Yeah. So yeah, today we're going to actually be talking about different practical things that I implemented in my life, that helped me, be a better person and be that girl I look forward to then. I was first saying an instance, like an instance I feel like most of us are experience. So basically, you know that kind of friend that always advises you and gives you the best advice, but never ever takes your advice. Question is, why is kindness so easy to give to other people, but literally you withhold them to yourself? You don't even give yourself enough kindness. Yeah, so I think self-love is a verb. It's something that you actively have to practice, and sometimes self-love can show up in different ways. Like, it can show up in different, there's no blueprint to self-love, because we are all from different backgrounds, we're all doing different things, and we all have different ambitions, so obviously self-love cannot be the same. But I think there should be some element of similarity between everything that is actually going on. And I think it can be like, it doesn't really have to be the loud, sassy self-love thing. I feel like the most cliche kind of self-love thing about self-love that I think has been projected to us and has been aestheticalized is the one that you use with probably you go through a breakup, and then you went to take care of yourself, you went through the breakup, you were crying, then all of a sudden you had a change of heart and you're like, oh my god, this person is not worth my time. Then you start breaking, and you do your, like, yes, I'm the one, I'm this and that. It is well. It is well. I think that's one thing I feel like when you say self-love, like, that's what people say, because self-love is obviously taking yourself from self-doubt, self-hatred to a I think a higher stance. But that's not to tell you are not going to go back to those lower stands. I think we're gonna go slow here. Sometimes I have conversations with people, and then I necessarily do not blame the other person. I just blame them. Yeah, I just blame them. I don't necessarily blame the other person, but then I focus on them. So now, like, imagine when somebody is doing something bad to you, and especially in a relationship kind of scenario, somebody's treating you bad, the person is evil. Let's say the person is evil, the person is wicked, and the person is treating you so wrong and everything. If you tell me that kind of situation, I'm going to acknowledge and fully accept that that person is bad. It's bad, yes, it's bad. But then I don't care about him. You are coming to me and you are trying to be a better you are trying to get out. That's the thing. The thing now is about you. The person is bad, okay, then let's leave them. Now you have to be selfish enough to know what is best for you, what is going to benefit you, what is at a detriment to you, and whether you need to run or you need to stay. Yeah, so just imagine this whole controversy that happened between this $10 million baby bump, and men, like grown ass men, were in the comment section and they were comparing their wives to a billionaire, to $10 million. Don't let us even say billionaire, to $10 million. Number one, you don't compare two women. Like, that's just like a rule. You don't even compare anybody. Then these men, some of them, their wives will not know that they're coming, they're saying that kind of thing to them. I wrote an article about this too, but like, your wife will not know you're saying something about that. Then they will come back home expecting everything to be tidy, the food to be ready, and also she should also be energized for the aftermath. What the hell? When did the abnormal become normal? And yes, you have to decide and you have to put boundaries on what you would take and what you would not. And sometimes it's going to come out as harsh, but it's not being harsh or it's not being wicked. It's about being firm and disciplined that, oh, okay, this is what I want, this is what I won't take. It's period. Like, I'm not gonna take anything less than. If you're calling somebody stupid, if you're calling somebody bad, and you are reasonably also enabling the person to show his stupidity or to project his stupidity onto you, then you are no less stupid. Yeah, that might sound harsh and that might sound like, oh my god, what the hell, but like, yes, because yeah, some people are already mentally enslaved and they feel like they do not have any other option than to just remain there. Then that's when self-love comes in. That's when self-consciousness, that's when everything about self-improvement, self-help comes in. And they probably need a therapist or they might need somebody. But what my own personal opinion is, when you are reasonably enabling you're unreasonably enabling somebody else's stupidity and you're complaining the person is stupid, then you're no less stupid. I don't like using the word stupid because that's kind of harsh, but that's the truth and that's the fact. Sometimes you have to look at the burden and look at how you can turn it into an opportunity. How can you extract yourself? No matter how nice you can be, no matter how helpful you can be, you should not be trying to save somebody from a well and then fall into it in the process. And even if it's not worth it, if it's not reasonably worth it, do you understand? So when you're trying to help somebody out of the well, then you fall into the well too, and your person will open the person, and you know this person is not grateful, this person does not deserve it. Girl, I do not preach selfishness. Selfishness is not good. I don't preach it, but I align with selfishness at and I align with selfishness not at the detriment of anybody around you. Selfishness that is going to fulfill you and is going to fill you up so that you can have enough to give to people. Yeah, I like using the word selfishness because it's always about you, because it can only be you and it will always only be you at the end of the day. Then and you can not pour from an empty cup. So yes, sometimes you don't need to stretch yourself so thin to different people. Sometimes you have to say no. It's going to be hard, but you have to say it. Sometimes you're going to have to say yes because necessarily you don't really like that thing, but it's going to be at your benefit for you, and then there's a way it can pull you up and everything. There's a whole strategy behind it. Self-love is something that you keep doing and something you keep choosing to do, because in a life which is full of choices, you can always see life in a different way. Are you choosing to choose yourself, or are you choosing to choose others at a detriment to yourself? Are you willing to suffer unreasonably for somebody else's sake? So the thing is that sometimes we also just keep promises to ourselves that we cannot keep. So I want to say practical things that really helped me. So first thing is actually journaling. Yeah, I've always preached journaling because I love journaling, and I have a whole episode on journaling, and this has helped me. I am not here to preach, but I think when I don't know, maybe the name is what is making it so cliche, and maybe that's why you don't even want to go or want to even experience it. Let's just say, okay, writing your thoughts down, it doesn't have to be using a pen and a paper. It can just be you on your phone, and like it just like you must be pouring out your thoughts somewhere. It has, maybe, I don't know, I really don't care where you're pouring it to, but you're just pouring your thoughts, and I mean your raw facts. Like, you can share it, delete it afterwards or anything, but you putting it down, all those mental burden down, and being truthful to yourself while doing it, I think this will help you analyze your problems. I'm like, okay, you have a vision, obviously, then okay, these are the obstacles to my vision, this is what I'm doing that's not making me get there. Then yeah, put it out in front of you. Then it helps you, like, you know, it's the first step to actually opening everything and saying, okay, this is how I want to progress, and this is how I want to do things. For example, I remember when I wanted to lose weight, I knew this was something I wanted to do internally, apart from the external sources that was going around me, like, oh, you wanted to lose weight, people like, oh, you wanted to lose weight because of people, this, I wanted to lose it internally, but then it was like a whole cycle, and that's why some people will lose trust in themselves in this process, because like, ah, no, I can't do it, I'm just going to fail at the end, because they're like, oh, you have this immense because firstly they have this like immense drive, then as time goes forward, distractions and everything comes in place, and they lose their drive, they lose the motivation, and then they slip back to the beginning, and then again, like, oh my god, you have immense drive again. Yeah, it happens. Then it's like a whole cycle that you keep going and going and going on, but that's because there are no systems in place, there are no things that you do to actually say, oh, okay, I want to do this. There should be like a thing put in place to help you go around it. And the thing is that putting that thing is not only even the main thing, then you have to be able to stick to it. You have to become a doer. Yeah, that's why I love Anja Apple so much. She helps me see things in a different way and want to do things, because one thing this previous month has taught me is like, no, but a closed mouth is not fed. You actually have to wake up, you actually have to stand up, you actually have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Like, damn, you're going to be uncomfortable. Like, if you keep, like, just imagine you want to explore the world, but you're in your house all day. How do you want to explore it? You actually have to step out of your comfort zones to see things that are actually beyond this life for you, like to actually go out there and be like, okay, yeah, this is also there. And actually, you might even actually explore to the extent that you see things that actually align with you, and like, okay, I think I really like this, I think I really want to pursue this. Yeah, so you actually have to take the step of going out of your comfort zone and seeing how relentless you are. You actually have to push your limits to see how far you can go. Another practice that I actually, you know, partook in or partaked in was being alone. Being alone doesn't mean you have to be lonely. Some people are with the most friends and they still feel very lonely. But being alone, just because you're getting to know yourself, then you actually like getting to know yourself. And when I'm saying being alone without your phone, without having to pick your phone up and scrolling to TikTok every minute. Yeah, so I think this is another practice that's really helped me and help in the mentally stabilizing and building myself, because I feel like your mental well else will show up in your physical, your emotional, and your like every part, like every fucking part of your life. Like, God forbid, I don't want to say fucking, but like every part of your life is going to show up. Another practice that I have engaged in is I protect what enters my mind. I don't preach this word up. Like, I remember last year, I think around September, October, I quit Snapchat, and right now when I'm talking to you, I'm like, oh my god, you don't have Snapchat? I'm like, yeah, I don't. I'm like, you don't have Snapchat? Yes, no shade to the people that have it. Like, Snapchat, go girl. But the thing is that I try to control what enters my mind. Apart from someone that gets easily stimulated, receiving different inputs from different people in just this a span of 20 minutes can literally rewire how you see things and subconsciously affect you. Just imagine now, Just even imagine now. I know this is a scenario that's happened to a lot, like if not all of us. You're scrolling for 20 minutes, and before that 20 minutes, you saw yourself as eat, you saw yourself as that girl, you saw yourself as, you know, eat, like that girl, you had everything. Then after 20 minutes of scrolling, suddenly you don't feel pretty enough, your stomach is too big, you need to get money, you need to do things. And this is not like you ate yourself or anything, but the different input you have gotten makes you feel lesser, makes you feel small, and just occupies that space in your head. So I'm not even saying it should not be a motivation, but it shouldn't. Just inputs are quite unnecessary. You see yourself, you should know you are what who you are. Like your worth is not defined by anything, and you can actually. And funny enough, the thing, I think you can actually just survive without phone. You can survive without social media. Yes, you can survive without social media. Yeah, I said it. You can survive without social media. It doesn't. I go on social media, but I try not to allow it to. Okay, so another thing that I genuinely do and I practice is celebrating your wins, no matter how big, no matter how small. It looks different for different people, as I said earlier, but you recognizing that, oh, I did this, that it's not a vicious or your worthless cycle is worth the hype. So hype yourself and give yourself that grace by celebrating all your wins. Another thing I practice is doing a monthly audit. It's also like encompasses this journaling. I do a monthly audit, just like an ROI, return on investments, just like knowing how far I have come, the difference from last month to this month, how did I push through, and just setting really small goals for this month. What do I want to achieve this month? It doesn't have to be much. I think when you're setting goals, realistic goals, especially for the month, it should not go beyond 3 4. Even so, though sometimes personally I like to think I'm superwoman and I can go up to 5 6, but I think realistically, if you want to give in all your efforts and your energy, you didn't not go beyond 1 to 3. Yeah. And then I do a monthly audit. I think I would do the liberty of putting my monthly audit and pasting how it looks like. I'll be doing it on Notion, and you know, I love using a pen and pencil, a pen and paper to write, to do my journaling, but some of us don't, and that's fine. And I got your, I'll be I'll be compiling my monthly audits and how it looks like, the format, then I'll be pasting it on the link in my bio so you all can check it out. So lastly, I think one other practical thing, or one systematic thing I do, is pushing my limits and trusting myself that I am relentless and I can go far, and like I only know I can go far when I push those limits. Yeah. So I think what I'm trying to accomplish in this video is that you can go nowhere if you don't take a step. You can go nowhere if you don't plan to take a step and actually take that step. So be a doer, and you do not necessarily have to go through all these things or all these systems, I would say, are put in place, but you genuinely can just pick one that you think might benefit you just for this week and then try it out. Because you can have different systems I've not even thought of yet, but like having a system towards your particular goal, either you're moving very slowly or you're moving at a faster pace, it doesn't really matter. Just know that you are going slowly to where you are. Yeah. And to my girlies, yourself is the biggest gift you can give yourself. Yeah, it's the biggest gift you can give yourself, because then in a way everything starts to be clearer. And when you value yourself so much, when another person treats you as less than worth what you are, you won't only see that as uncomfortable, you're going to see that as abnormal. So yeah, I hope this has been able to enlighten you all and probably make you guys see a different perspective to life, to self-love. Yeah, to self-love. And yeah, note, I try to, this is a part for us young adults, or we discuss what is not normally discussed. So I'm not exempted from this self-love feeling. These are just the things I have learned and things I have implemented and has made me see some certain results. Yeah, thank you all for listening today. I hope you guys listen to one or two. You guys should wish me luck in my exams. Anyways, thank you, and I can't wait to be back. See you guys when I see you. I love you. Bye.